Hi everybody, how are you all doing? You will have to excuse me because my hair is a little bit wet. I'm having a really bad hair day there. Is there any hairdressers online to cut that off? So, my name's Elaine Mitchell, and just while we're waiting for people to join us, I'm really hot. It's the middle of September here in the UK, and we're having a very, very warm, hot Indian summer. And it's really, really sticky. So I've just jumped in the shower because I thought, you're supposed to be really, really comfortable when you're doing presentations and speaking to people, which I generally always am. And then by the time I came out of the shower and realised that I didn't have a tripod, I know. So I've not got a tripod to do this live video. So it was find something to stick my phone against to do the chatting to you all, or dry my hair. So I've been very creative and I'm using my desk calendar. And I didn't dry my hair. So sorry about that. You will probably see it getting frizzy and going curly and not going curly or whatever. So today's talk is the first one of my live Facebook talks, which I'm going to be doing on a regular basis, either weekly or fortnightly, and they will all have a message. They will be about whatever clients want me to speak about. If you've got a particular question or anything that you want me to address or to deal with, then please feel free, message me, leave me a note on the Empowered Souls coaching page, send me an email or send me a text or give me a call and let me know what you'd like to speak about. But today is all about the subject that I'm very passionate about, and also the subject that absolutely has changed my life and also changed my business as well, and the whole underpinning, the whole foundation of how I actually work with clients, work with groups and take things forward. My whole business is, the foundation of it is gratitude. And that's, when I think about it, I was using gratitude, but not officially, if you like, when I very first qualified as a coach and when I went through the coaching programme with the Coaching Academy. When I actually trained as a coach, I didn't sit quite comfortably with me. The fact that we were all future focused, and it was, what do you want to achieve? When do you want to achieve it for? Wham, bam, let's go and do it then. I'm much more with the underpinning and the foundation of gratitude about the here and now, living where you are, enjoying what you've got while working towards your next goals and obviously your future. But if you're not in a good place now, which a lot of people who come to me are not, and let's face it, most people who approach coaches are not in, they're either not in a good place, or they're in a good place and they want to be in a better place, or they're not very happy. So I like to work with people so that they can appreciate where they are, what they've got, while going towards the next step. So really, that is where how I differ from a lot of coaches, in that we work with gratitude and work towards that. My hair's getting on my nerves now. So, what sort of brought me to using gratitude in my business, and more importantly in my life? I think, can you remember when you were a child and your parents or peers or teachers or mentors used to say, you should be grateful for what you've got, count yourself lucky, think about all those other kids out there who've not got a meal and you're leaving that on the plate, or you want another football, think of all those kids what don't have one across the world. Lots and lots of messages were given to us that we should be grateful for what we've got. And somewhere along the line, we have received messages that what we've got is not good enough, down to obviously media, advertisements, just generally what we've got is not good enough. Now, It is, because if you've got it, it's obviously something that you want, unless you decide to get rid of it. But having that message when you were younger, that you should be grateful for what you've got. So I suppose we turned into the teens and it was like, yeah, whatever, not really bothered. So the messages that I've got are slightly different, of me sort of saying to you, you should be grateful for what you've got. Think of all those starving children across the world. We've got obviously lots and lots of tragedies going around in the world that do make you think, wow, we are very, very fortunate. But it's a little bit deeper than that, and that is why I work as I do. So we've had some more people come on board now, so hello everybody, and once again I will apologise about the hair. This is my lesson learnt. I will never ever do a live broadcast with wet hair in the future. So I'll tell you a little bit about how I came about to use gratitude in my life and in my business, and how it actually occurred. It's originally it's a little bit of an amusing story, in that I was at a outlet shopping centre with my family one Sunday afternoon. I do believe we were looking for school shoes, you know how traumatic that can be, and for some unknown reason I allowed my children to drag me into the Works bookshop. Now the Works bookshop, if you've ever been in one, are basically a sensory overload for everybody. There are things flying around at the ceilings, there's books on every single shelf, there's bubble machines in the doorway, there's all sorts going off, and it's just manic. There were kids running all over the place, mum, 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 and my two were doing exactly the same. And I was walking in. As soon as I walked in, I obviously decided I didn't want to be there and regretted the decision to walk over the threshold. So as I was walking around the shop, something happened, and I was walking around the shop, heard one of the kids shout "Mom," turned around, chose to ignore them, as I do, I'm a good parent, carried on walking, and a book fell right in front of my feet. Fell flat at my feet, and I thought, ooh, that must be a sign on a Sunday, I'll buy that book. So I did, and the book was this. Can you see it? The Magic by Rhonda Byrne. Now The Magic is the third book in the series of The Secret, which most people have heard about. The Secret is the law of attraction. And I've read that book. I've read it numerous times, in all honesty. I've seen the video numerous times, and I can sit with it and I think, yeah, it's good. Law of attraction. I do firmly believe that what you say, what you put out there, does come to you, be that good or be that bad. So the law of attraction, yes, I can sit with it, but the book did not float my boat or do anything spectacular for me, as I've known it do to other people. Then the next book is The Power, which is a very, very good book, and it's all about love, and it's all about loving yourself and loving things and people and everything around you, basically loving your life that you're in. And then there's The Magic. Wow, this was a game changer for me. And The Magic is actually a 28-day programme. So I was tootling along back down the motorway. My husband was driving, I will claim at this point, reading the book. That's why he was driving. And I thought, oh, it's a 28-day programme. I struggle with anything that needs that sort of commitment due to my hectic lifestyle that I had then and still have. So I thought, what can I do? I know I'll put a message on Facebook and see if anybody wants to join, and I will paraphrase the book and put some of my hints and tips in there as well, and we'll have a group. So I set up a group called Empowered Magic, and we have a secret group where around about 60 people are members, and we all started the group together, and we started to do the work from the magic, and it was absolute like magic. It changed my life. It's all about gratitude. It's all about how you look at things and how you appreciate things. But most importantly, it's not up there fluffiness. It's actually in here. It comes from within, and you create that gratitude to have an impact on your life. You create those feelings inside that then go outside, which is what my foundations are all about. So what's inside goes outside, has an impact on those around you, has a huge impact on yourself, and things start working hunky-dory. It's once you've grasped it, it is so fantastic and so phenomenal that it becomes a way of life. So that's why I'm doing this session today, to talk to you about it. We had lots of different people in the Empowered Magic group, and all of them who followed the programme had phenomenal results. And that helped me to realise that it is the foundation of what I want to do. And so I went on to develop this little baby. And this is my book. Look, it's me on the back with dry hair. It's me on the back there with dry hair. And this is Empowered Souls, a guide to attitude, gratitude and authenticity. 7 days to empowerment. Can you see that? And I will admit I am very, very proud of this book. It is available on Amazon. There is a link on my website, which is www.elainemitchell.co.uk. And it is a 7-day workbook, but you can do it over 7 days. You could do it over 7 months, because you could do each day monthly. You could do it over 7 weeks. It's entirely up to you. And there are lots of people who've used this who have said it's had a big impact. One lady said she went from being a modern day Victor Meldrew to being an authentic, happy person who lives a life in gratitude, and she doesn't have those miserable feelings anymore. I'm not saying if you've got depression, if you've got anxiety, if you've got any issues like that, that it's a miracle workup, but I will say if you follow the instructions and do what we're doing this evening, you will see a difference, because I've seen it happen so many times. You will see a difference. So that's my book. So, how do I implement gratitude into my daily life, and why? As I said, I started with the 28 day. Hi, Karen. Karen's just said she's done it, yay, because she's excited that this is her first Facebook Live that she's managed to actually see. So, hello. And I bet you any money she's now saying hello back to me, because that's what I do when I'm watching a Facebook Live. But I can't hear you, Karen, sorry. So, when I started with the gratitude, it was probably about 3 years ago now, 2.5 years ago, that I started with the 28 days on the Empowered Magic. And I was going through a bit of a tough time. My mum was really quite poorly in the first signs of dementia. She was causing, obviously she was ill. I was helping and caring for her. So I was caring for her and helping with Dad as well. And it was just a very, very chaotic time. My husband had just been made redundant, and my daughter was showing, we were investigating autism spectrum for her. So obviously there was lots and lots going on. Under normal circumstances, I would have gone under. I would have slipped into slipped into depression. I would have had anxiety, and I would have really, really struggled to get through those deep, dark days. However, because I was following the programme, and because I'd got into the habit of recording gratitudes every day, I was able to use that time, and I was able to use those skills and those tools that I'd developed to get me through that time. So yeah, it was heartbreaking. It was blooming heartbreaking. It was very, very sad. However, I was able to look for things to give me gratitude, such as the doctors and nurses that were caring for Mum, all the professionals that were helping us with everything that was really, really confusing, and lots and lots of things such as that. When the care staff in the home, when she went in a home, and all the people that were there to support. My husband was actually at home, so even though he'd been made redundant, that was a blooming godsend, because he was there to look after the kids and care for the house while I was all over the place. So every single bad element and every single traumatic element of that actually had a grateful underpin to it. So I was able to see and even to be grateful for the extra time that I got with Mum, that I could help to look after her, that I was there to be able to care for her because my husband was at home as well. So lots and lots of things actually built up my gratitude gradually, and it got to a point whereby I was thinking, why am I not crumbling? Why am I not absolutely on the floor? Why am I not falling to pieces at this stage? And when I look back at it, I could actually see that it was because I was now living my life with gratitude. I was looking for things to be grateful for. And I'm not just saying sort of like when you're grateful somebody opens the door for you and you go, cheers mate, and walk through. Now I will say thank you so much, or I will appreciate that. And likewise, if I hold the door for someone, I will, if they say thank you to me, I will say, you're welcome. And just have that little bit of interaction so the energy transfers as well. A lot of people, when someone is doing something for them and they're receiving help and they're getting assistance, they sort of throw it away because they don't know how to deal with it. They sort of reject it and let it go, and they will pop that person's bubble. They will say, oh, let me repay you, let me sort that out, please let me do something in return. And that is sort of saying, I don't deserve this kindness that you're doing. Oh, thank you, Rachel. Rachel's just ordered my book. I really appreciate that. Let me know how you get on with it. So what it gave me was not only an attitude of gratitude in that I was really feeling grateful from my heart, but also that I was able to accept help with grace and gratitude. So if someone offered me help, I would say thank you very much. I really appreciate that. And I was so grateful for that as well. And that is a key thing. So next time someone offers to help you, next time someone gives you assistance, don't think you've got to instantly repay them, because it really is true that the good is in the giving as well. So those people who are helping you get as much from it as long as you accept it with grace and you are grateful to them. It is a wonderful circle and a wonderful thing. So how do you start? Because most people, and as I said, when I'm talking to clients and when I'm doing presentations and things like that, I will tell people, yeah, you need to start counting your blessings, recording your daily gratitudes, and they go, yeah, I'll do that, yes, not a problem. They get up the next morning and it's like, nights are drawing in, so that means the mornings are longer. It's really dark now when I get up. Got to take the dog out and it's raining. And you forget that you're supposed to be getting into this new vibe. You're supposed to be looking for what's good in the world and what's making you happy and what's making you appreciate what's going on. So people then don't know where to start. They say, what have I got to be grateful for? Or they might think of something that they're grateful for and they think, oh, is that good enough? Oh, I don't know if that's a good enough thing for me to be grateful for, because obviously there's people in the world who are starving, the people who are sleeping on the streets. How have I got a right to be grateful for something? So it's all about finding anything that you're grateful for. If you are starting at a place of rock bottom, which a lot of people who I work with do, they start at a place of rock bottom. They don't know where to turn. They feel so low. And it's just like, I don't know what to start. How can I be grateful for anything? Because they're just so influenced from the outside influences, and it's got into the skin, and they've lost their authenticity, they've lost the core. So I would say, ideally, start with 10 gratitudes a day, because 10 really can help you zone in and focus. I had a lady who starting at rock bottom. She messaged me and she said, I'm literally laid in bed and I do not know what I can say I'm grateful for. She'd had a series of personal things that had gone absolutely wrong. She had was unhappy in a job and she was off work for a long time, and lots of things were going off in this lady's life that had an impact on her, which happens, life happens. And I said to her, right, you're messaging me, so you've got an internet connection, you've got a phone. Keep it simple. If you don't know where to start from, then just look around you. She was laid in bed, you've got a bed. Are your covers clean? They weren't. Well, not be grateful for them, but when it's linen day, be grateful for lovely, warm, clean covers. And it was just a case of building up from that. And she'd got cats that she adored, she'd got a dog that she adored, and things like that are where you would start from. So it could be the fact that you've got up in the morning and it's not raining. You got up in the morning and it is raining. It's feeding the grass and the trees and everything, because we need that, don't we? So everything and anything you can be grateful for. It doesn't have to be something profound, but if you're really stuck, you can say, I'm grateful for the air I breathe, or anything like that. So try and find things that are relevant to you. And the best tip I'll give you is, I spoke to a lady who had been working with someone else about gratitude, and I just mentioned it to her. We were at a networking meeting or something, and she said, oh, my coach had told her to be grateful for the same 10 things, or she wasn't doing 10, to be grateful for the same things every morning and write a gratitude down. I am grateful for every single day the same things. She says, but I don't feel it. I'm not living that. I don't feel it. And I said, well, you won't, because imagine if a friend gives you a gift, she brings you some flowers, and you say to the friend, they are beautiful, thank you so much, I love them. Put them in a vase, have your cup of tea or do whatever you're doing, and the day continues. Every time you look at them, you think, oh, that's lovely, I'm really grateful for them. Wonderful. The next time you see the friend, you say, oh, those flowers, I loved them. They lasted a week. They were absolutely brilliant. Thank you so much. Your friend will appreciate that gratitude because the time's passed and it is still genuine gratitude. You see her the week after, and she, oh, thank you so much for those flowers. I loved them. Oh, it was brilliant. Your friend's now thinking, okay, is this a message for me to buy more flowers? Or I don't know. You see her a few days later, oh, I love them flowers, they were brilliant. You see her next day, oh, I love those flowers. She sends you a text and you say, yeah, brilliant, thanks so much for those flowers, I really appreciated them. You're overkilling it. Your friend is now a bit creeped out by you because you're so grateful, and it's a bit creepy. So you can be grateful for things long term, but once you've said it, once you've got the energy out there, once you've wrote it down, it's out there. You're grateful for it. You're not going to stop being grateful for it, but your feelings may change for it. So you don't need to keep saying it. So for instance, if you are grateful for your family and you put, I am grateful for my husband, I am grateful for my children, the next day you don't put the same thing. You could put, I am grateful for my husband because, and the reasons, or I am grateful for my son because he cleaned his bedroom. Hurrah! That never happens in my house, by the way. So do you see what I mean? It's actually changing the attitude of it. So you're raising the vibration every time and looking at something different. So do look for something different, because once you start looking for something different, you will see more things. You're sort of switching on your gratitude radar. If you can remember Action Man, he used to have a switch at the back of his head and it created his eagle eyes. That is exactly what you're doing. When you switch on your gratitude radar, you are then more aware of what's going around, and you'll go through the day and you'll think, oh, I can write that on my list tomorrow, or oh, I can write that on my list. So that's the sort of things that you want to be doing. One person says, how about when you really are at rock bottom. I normally say to people start at 10, and I do have this sheet. There's my gratitude sheet. I'm going to put this on the Facebook page. It's already on my website, but I'm going to put it on my Facebook page and you can download it on there. I do say start at 10, but if you are feeling pretty low and you can't manage to get to 10, start at 3. Use the power of 3. And also on the sheet, because obviously you're going to be writing it down, I always say set an alarm on your phone or on whatever, and halfway through the day, just have a quick look around you and think, right, what can I be grateful for now? What's around me that I can be grateful for at this moment? And write that down. And then, this is the best bit, at the end of the day, you've got a little bit there which says, what is the best thing that's happened today? So right at the end of the day, you are there recording your gratitude for what's happened at the end of the day. So you see what's happening. You're starting the day with gratitude. You're halfway through the day with gratitude. You're finishing the day with gratitude. So you are lightening your load. You are setting those eyes going to be able to see more that's going around. And it really does become a phenomenal habit. And it does make a difference. It really, really does. You start this and you do this for 7 days. At the end of the 7 days, you will have 70 things that you are grateful for there. You will have another 7 things halfway through the day you were grateful for, and then you will have a recollection, a little bit of a journal entry as to that day and the best thing that happened on that day. So that is an awful lot of gratitude, an awful lot of raised vibration, an awful lot of good feelings that you've got going on there. And if you're starting from a place of being at rock bottom, of being okay, of being fantastic, those extras on top of there will make a massive, massive difference. You don't have to use the sheets if you don't want. My very first gratitude book was this, and I love this book. It was a very, very cheap and cheerful book from Works. How ironic is that? And it's basically where I write my 10 daily gratitudes in the morning. And it's important when you're writing them to put your feelings in them as well. So rather than just having I am grateful for, use positive language and say why you're grateful for it. So I am grateful for windows to see out of. I'm grateful for windows to see out of because I can see what's happening on the street. I can see the sunrise. I can see what the weather's like, and just get into a little bit more feelings to get in there and to feel it as well. So that's how I would say to start a basic gratitude practice. There's lots and lots of more in there. When I'm working one-to-one with clients, obviously we go into a lot more detail, and we will always go back and things that have happened in the past that you want to put some gratitude to. Because I do believe that the worst always brings out the best, or it always leads towards the best. Like when you're starting off at rock bottom, you can only go up. So I do work with clients on a one-to-one basis to help them to switch on their eagle eyes, to switch on the gratitude radar, but also to work on any issues that have happened in the past, to be able to see that with grace and gratitude as well. So I do believe that I have talked enough now. Enough already, I can hear you saying. So what I'm going to do, I did promise you a short little visualisation, meditation, relaxation, whatever you want to call it. And this will be all about gratitude, all about giving thanks for what is around. The best thing to do when you are listening to anything like this is to close your eyes. It's entirely up to you. If you don't want to close your eyes, that is fine. You'll just be able to see me for even longer. And if you can lay down and pop your, either lay down or sit with your feet flat on the ground. And it's important that you've not got your legs crossed or anything like that, unless you are sat in a traditional meditation pose, obviously. So I'll start. And this is totally ad hoc. I've not rehearsed this. I've not wrote anything down. So I'm just going to go with the flow, which is what I absolutely believe in, going with the flow of things. So if you want to close your eyes, then please do so. If you can still see me, then I presume you've not closed your eyes and I won't pull any faces. So get yourself nice and relaxed and just pay a little bit of attention to your breath. And as you're breathing in, be aware of the breath coming into your body. And as you're breathing out, again, bring your awareness to the breath leaving your body. And that breath will be slightly warmer as it leaves your body. Your breath will come back into your body and it will energize and help to relax at the same time. With each breath out, you are feeling more and more relaxed. With each breath in, you are feeling more and more relaxed. And now it's time to pay attention to your body as it feels more and more relaxed. And take your attention down to your heart centre, the centre of your chest. And you can almost feel your heart beating. And you can imagine that your breath and your heart are aligned. And every time you feel a breath, and you feel, sorry, we got lost then. Every time you feel your breath and your heartbeat, you can align that to the words thank you. As the breath comes in, thank. As the breath goes out, you. And with each beat of your heart and with each breath, you can imagine the words thank you radiating out from your body, going out from your heart centre, going out, around and out. Going out first to your family members with thanks for them being part of your life. Going out to friends and family for supporting you in times of need and for being part of your life. Going out to the other support networks that you have, places of work, or any other places you can think of. The support that you have received, simply say thank you and let the thanks go to them. And now it's time to think of your surroundings, the place where you live, the home that you have, and everything that makes your life more comfortable, more enjoyable, and exactly how you want it. Send your thanks to those things and those objects. And send your thanks out to nature for the beauty that it provides, for the energy that you receive from it. Sending thanks out into the atmosphere. You can feel the thanks going out there from your heart, sending it out, out. And just sit with those feelings for a short while as the love, the thanks, the energy is sent out. And then, when you feel ready, it's time to receive the love back and imagine with your breath that you are breathing in a wonderful bright white light that is returning the energy back to you, reflecting the thanks that you have sent out. Breathing in the white energy as it fills you and helps you to feel lighter and brighter. And now your heart is full with thanks, with grace and with gratitude. It's time to be aware of the feelings in your feet and your hands as your body begins to feel back to normal. Still relaxed but more alert. Still relaxed but more grateful. And now it's time to open your eyes if you are ready to open them and come back into your room. So hopefully you enjoyed that. That was an ad hoc relaxation that I did, all about gratitude. Just sending thanks out to the universe, to the world, just to get you cycled into that feeling. And I would say, please give it a go. What have you got to lose? 10 days, 10 gratitudes. By the end of that 10 days, you've got 100 things to look back on. If you do it for a month, you've got 300 things to look back on. If you do it for a year, 3,650. I really impressed myself with my maths then. So I shall see you all soon. I will be doing these every month, or weekly or fortnightly. I don't know yet, but hopefully you will have enjoyed this evening. Hi Wendy, my sister, and I will see you all very soon. Take care, bye.